Hey everyone. So this is a video that I felt the need to make finally after 2 weeks of this whole Droodles situation being out. There's a big reason why I haven't been commenting or making any sort of replies to people asking me, "Oh, are you still friends with Droodles? What are your thoughts on the situation?" Like I haven't been replying to many of those comments whatsoever because I wanted to get my opinion straight, and I wanted to uh, kind of basically make an opinion that I was going to be happy with sticking by. And my brain was in a horrible spot where I was a complete mess mentally. There were so many different things being thrown out in the thin air or on the internet, on Discord, about this whole situation. And I didn't know what to believe. For the longest time, I didn't know if Droodles was telling me the truth when he was messaging me behind the scenes, or if the people accusing him were the truth, or anything in between. I didn't really want um, to come up with an opinion until I had gotten everything that I needed to see and all the facts about the situation. So now that I have all of that, I feel that I can make a decent video, at least a short one, kind of just basically briefing you all of my thoughts and where I'm at mentally right now. So let's start off with what are my thoughts on the situation? Do I think Droodles is a pedophile? Do I think he's into minors? Do I think he's like trying to groom people? No, none of that I believe. Droodles is someone who I've known for 5 years, and for the about 2 or 3 of those 5 years, I had VC'd with him almost every single day, nonstop, because we had played Blitz for like 10 hours plus on so many of those days, especially when I was in school still. And not once did I ever get the energy that he was ever going to groom anyone. Like, it didn't make any sense to me when these allegations came out. He's the kind of person who, knowing him, he does stuff without thinking. And in a lot of cases, that gets him into big trouble and deep shit. And I recognized that when this situation came out. Again, knowing him as someone who doesn't think before he does stuff, says stuff online. Again, that's got him into drama before. And so when this whole thing came out, the main thing that stopped me from just instantaneously blocking him and calling him a pedo was the fact that I knew who he was or who he is as a person. And I know that these most likely were just stupid things that he has said that people wanted to kind of almost skew in a way that makes it sound worse for him than it actually was. Um, that's sort of where my mind is at with that sort of that's this whole situation. I think he did a lot of stupid shit in the past, and now it's kind of coming back to haunt him. Especially with this whole like train of like first the Jasper stuff comes out, then Andy Poe, then it just keeps piling and piling and piling because more people are just digging into their DMs and kind of trying to skew this to be where Droodles gets canceled and goes away from the internet completely, which I think is the main reason a lot of people kept feeding this whole fire and continuing it on because Droodles is a person who's hated in the community. This is something that I've known, obviously, while being friends with him, that being friends with him means you are associating with someone who is completely hated by a lot of people in the Blitz community. And that's because he's gotten himself into situations in the past where he hasn't thought about what he's been doing, who he's affecting, and how those actions are going to negatively affect him in the future. And they all piled up and negatively affected him in this situation where he had gotten so many enemies that everyone kind of dogpiled against him and tried to get him completely out of the Blitz community completely, like I said. So that's kind of where my head was at. I knew that what he did was stupid. I know that what he did is stupid. And I don't condone any of what he did. However, knowing him, I don't think that he did it for the same reasons that people were accusing him of. So, with that, then, I left my DMs open. He reached out to me kind of saying, look, if you don't want to talk to me ever again, I understand. A lot of my friends are not talking to me anymore. Like, my life is over, that yada, 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 that sort of stuff. So I obviously felt the need to help him mentally. As a friend who's been super close with him, I think he considers me one of his best online friends in general. I felt the need to do something about it. And seeing people start doxing his family and going after every aspect of his life really put the nail in the coffin for the credibility of a lot of the stuff that was being spoken about, for me personally, at least in my eyes. So I really wanted to reach out. I really wanted to get things straight. And I think I did a fairly decent job of that. I kind of VC'd with him almost every day when I could. Obviously, I was still working and I still am. So I'm very busy all the time. But I tried to find time to VC with him and kind of really just let him vent. We kind of went over all of the allegations that had continued to build up as they came out because I wanted to get his side of the story on it. And I really just wanted to kind of give him my thoughts about everything as well as things came out and why I thought all of these things were obviously awful for him to get himself involved in to begin with, but as well to just kind of give him a bit of fresh air because obviously at this time he didn't have many people to talk to. And so I felt that me being around for him was super important for his mental health to not go downhill any more than it did. And he was in a pretty dark state. So if I wasn't there for him, I don't know what would have happened. I know he also had the help of his family, which I think was also insanely important. Having a family that sticks by you in situations like this is probably one of the best feelings ever. So I'm glad I was there for him, and I continue to now be there for him in the same sort of way. I'm there if he needs someone to either talk to about anything, and he knows this. Like, I don't need to explain this again to him, and I never did, because he knows that he can talk to me about whatever he wants, and we have been super open with each other over the past years. We've talked about pretty much everything that there is to talk about. And I truly do believe that he is a good person behind all of the internet drama and kind of how he's perceived in Blitz. Because, of course, we do play other games other than Blitz, and he is a super chill person to be around. But I'm really just glad that I stuck with kind of what I thought was right. And at the end of the day, what I think is right is me sticking by him as a friend, me being there for him, and like I said, to continue to be a good friend. That's the main thing. This is my opinion, and I'm sticking by it. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I think I've gotten my point across. Obviously, if you want details on all of the stuff, you can go check out his videos on it. You can kind of make up your own opinion on the situation, and I think that's probably the best bet, or best thing you guys should all do, is make your own opinions on the situation. I will not be discussing this situation further. I think there's no need to. The situation is pretty much over. People have picked their sides. People have done whatever they need to do, and yeah. I personally think that this is a good place to end off this discussion and kind of move on with things. Yeah, and that's about it really for this video. So obviously, again, respect my opinion on this situation. Although at the end of the day, I don't really care if you disagree with me or not. My opinion is my opinion, and I'm sticking with it. I obviously don't condone what he did in the past. I think he did a lot of stupid shit in the past. However, that doesn't make me just instantaneously believe that he is into kids or a pedophile, because I don't think that's him as a person, and I do trust the fact that he is going to move on and improve himself, improve the way he communicates with people online, and grow as a human being and kind of just grow up. And I want to be there for him as he does all of those things, and I want to be there for him as a good friend, as I have been and as I will be. And I think it really does. I mean, speaking on his behalf, he's told me this before. It means a lot to him, and I'm very happy to be good friends with someone who has also helped me out in the past, with just being able to talk to him about stuff that I want to open up about. And it's really important to have those people around you in your life, and I think he's realizing that now more than ever. There you have it. Again, sorry for my bad camera quality. It is what it is. I don't really care at this point. So, anyways, videos will resume as normal, and that's about it. I'll see you guys later. Bye.